Hi everyone, it's Cassie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel for another video. Today we're going to be playing with the Amazing Paper Grace die set for the month of October 2022. This is by Spellbinders, and this one is called the 3D Poinsettia Surprise Envelope. And yeah, just to look at the dies, it looks a little intimidating, but this is super fun, actually quite beautiful. I have die cut out all of my pieces ahead of time, and we are going to make an envelope. We're going to do it a little bit differently than what it shows on the website, which I will have linked down below so that you can go check this out or check out the different ways that you can use this die. I wanted to show you another way that you could use it just a little bit differently. So if you are unfamiliar with what the Amazing Paper Grace Die Club is, it is just a monthly die set that comes out from Spellbinders. They are designed to usually make bigger cards like 5x7, but then the smaller elements can absolutely be used on smaller cards as well. So you have lots of options with these dies. And so I'm just going to start, as you can see, putting these pieces together, just using some liquid glue. Like I said, already die cut out the pieces, and so look at how intricate that is, but it's just beautiful. And then we're going to start assembling our pop open envelope. And like I said, I do mine a little bit differently than what they show on the website. So this is just one way, but definitely go check out the link down below in the description box so that you can see other ways. That's why I like these, because it gives you some options. So we're just going to start putting this together. And if you do it right, which I did not, it will fit into a 5x7. Mine comes very, very close. I made it a little too tall, you'll see in the end. But this is designed, like I said, to go into a 5x7 envelope if you do it right. This is the inside piece. I'm just sticking that down on one side, pardon my head. And then that will be what you adhere all of your pop-up pieces to. So I'll just use liquid glue. I find liquid glue to be the best option for me. I know that a lot of folks like the dried roll tape, but that just does not seem to hold. Maybe I'm just a little too crazy when it comes to opening and closing my stuff, but I prefer liquid glue. That stuff holds for sure, and so that's what I'm going to use. Then we'll just start putting our pieces together. This will go on the outside, and then I'm going to close down the envelope flap and put that down. I just love this color combination too. It's just so pretty. We're all ready for Christmas here. But I feel like this is definitely a set that you could use year round. You wouldn't have to, just choose different colors. And you could make it a springy one as well. I love that thought. And then we'll put down this final piece. And then what I'm going to do is I've got those three pieces that are like little swirlies. And we are going to attach those to that piece that I put in the center. And that's going to hold all of our little flower pieces. So check that out. It goes flat. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick those down. Those are going to be, I've got 3 of them. And like I said, I'm kind of trying to take a look and see how much room I have. But I should have continued to check that. It would have almost fit in a 5x7. Very, very close. All right, so now all of those are attached to that. And what I'm going to do is attach all of my flowers to this. So here are the pieces. You cut out roughly 2 per so that you can double them up. But have fun with it. Do different colors. And then you've got your centers. And what I'm going to do, I want this to be like a 360 experience. A 360 degree experience. So I'll put one flower this way, and then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to glue another flower to the back. That will also make them a lot more stable. And they're not going to line up perfectly. That's okay. I don't care. I just wanted them to kind of, cover up the back a little bit and make it look like a whole 360 degree experience. So we're going to continue to glue those on there. Some of them get a little heavy. I stabilize with some of the others more at the bottom, but I'm just going to put those flowers everywhere. That's part of the fun of this, I think, is kind of the building process. And this is the flower that messes me up. I made it a little too tall. Just slightly too tall. All right, continuing on, we'll get all those attached, and then we're going to do the same thing with all the leaves. I just went crazy die cutting and I cut a bunch. I didn't even know exactly how many I wanted, but I knew I needed a lot. Anyway, I think the reason I like these die sets so much is that there's more than one way to do it, and just the options are great. So I can make this pop-up die, or I can just maybe cut down one of them, trim things off and put it on an A2 card if I want to. There's just a good amount of options with stuff like this. And so, like I said, definitely head to the Spellbinders page and take a look at what they do with this die set so that you can get even a few more ideas. All right, now I've got my sentiment, and what this does is it basically just cuts out the words. And so I've got that shadow piece. I'm going to just glue that down to another piece of cardstock. It looks like a mess, but we are going to trim it down with our guillotine trimmer so that I have nice straight edges. You'll notice I did save out one flower with a couple of leaves because we're going to add that to the flap. But I let that dry for just a few seconds so that I didn't have glue squirting out of places. And then I'm going to put that in my guillotine trimmer so that I get a nice crisp edge all around our Merry Christmas. You could just use the letters from the inside and attach those, but I really didn't want to do that. I knew that would add just a little bit of extra time, and I thought this was nice and pretty, and it's bold. So we'll attach this down to that envelope flap. And then here's where we'll attach our flower here. Another option that you have, rather than closing it up like I do, is you could leave the flap down as you put it in an envelope. But I'm just going to close it up so that way it'll be even more of a surprise when the recipient opens the flap and the whole envelope entirely. But that's that as far as putting it together. You'll see here I am trying to put it inside that 5x7. It would have fit, but we have a tiny bit of hangover. So, oh well. I'll just hand that off. And there you have it. I love how this turned out. Again, this is the 3D Poinsettia Surprise Envelope. I'll have it linked down below so that you can go check it out. But if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And as always, I will see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.